All right, good evening to you from the Storm Alert Weather Center. This is lead forecaster Daniel Wilson as we track severe weather in parts of the United States down south. We're going to tell you the full story and what we're seeing and what we expect to see later on tonight throughout the region. And if you are in Western Kentucky, we do have a lot of friends that follow us over in that area. Folks, if you are in Western Kentucky, this is a particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch that has been issued. We'll show you those in that area in just a moment. But we have some significant weather information to pass along to you that we feel like that you need to know about and keep everybody updated and informed. Let's go ahead and go to the latest radar information and show you what we're seeing here, and then the warnings will start to pick up in just a second. We have a confirmed large tornado on the ground that is impacting now the western part of Tennessee near Millington, out of Turrell, Mississippi. We have seen a lot of the same activity throughout the evening. Severe thunderstorms and tornadoes that's been prompted to be warnings to be issued, and you can see that this is some of the activity across the United States that we're having numerous storm warnings, numerous tornado warnings, and a couple again that's coming out of Arkansas that are tornado emergencies. There are tornadoes on the ground, and one of the things that we watch for in these tornadic thunderstorms is the rotation, and we're going to show you a little bit about that and what we're seeing, give you an idea about the wind speeds in these particular storms as they move through. We had picked up winds earlier in the excess of 100 miles per hour. So here you have like 97, 102, 100 in and around this level of circulation that's where the tornadoes that's where they are occurring now, right in this area. This is the area of circulation as they enter into the state of Tennessee. Again, tornado emergencies in effect there for that area in western Tennessee, and the tornado watch box that I was referring to includes portions of Kentucky. That would be primarily the western part of the state. We do have a wind advisory in effect for the remaining part of the state, but the tornado watch, particularly dangerous situation, is now in effect, or has been for some time, for the western part of the state. And as you can tell, what we were showing a minute ago, tornado emergencies now ongoing in the western part of Tennessee and the eastern part of Arkansas. The yellow indicates the tornado watch. That is in effect until later on this evening, and we expect some warnings and watches to be issued for our area later on this evening. Looking at some information the National Weather Service has shared with us as part of the conference call earlier this afternoon, damaging straight line winds and a few tornadoes are possible. That'll be tonight in this level 3 area, and we are included in that area. The enhanced risk, severe thunderstorms are going to be likely tonight across the region. And if you are in western Kentucky, particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch issued. And when I say the particularly dangerous situation, I'm not indicating that from myself. I didn't create those terms. That is the condition of the tornado watch, meaning that long-lived tornadoes, long-track tornadoes are possible in that watch area. Again, we're seeing the possibility that additional watches would be issued later on this evening. Now, the severe storms are likely tonight. There's a high confidence, as the Storm Prediction Center has indicated, that we could have a significant wind threat across the area. This could be before and after the front passes through. So you can see that all of our area, in fact, pretty much a little more than the western half of it, or well over half of it, is in this area of a significant wind threat tonight. So persons should be heads up, should be on the lookout for this to happen. The timelines, a lot of people have called me, they've sent text messages. They say, how bad is it going to be? When's it going to hit? And everything. Here's some timelines. And if you're in Paducah, over around Madisonville, Henderson, Sturgis, Beaver Dam, well, not Beaver Dam, but maybe Mayfield, Dawson Springs, anywhere between 5 and 9 p.m. this evening, between 5 and 9. Storms are still a little bit farther out to the west, anywhere between 8 and midnight for that Bowling Green I-65 corridor between Louisville, E-Town, over around Litchfield, Edmondson County, down through Bowling Green, Franklin. That would be the 9 or 8 o'clock to midnight timeline. And then farther in the Lake Cumberland Green River area, parts of the I-75 corridor, including Cincinnati, Lexington, Frankfort, Covington, on down to the 127 corridor in the Lake Cumberland Green River area, 11 p.m. until 3 a.m. in the morning. And then if you live in the eastern part of the state, the severe threat will begin to diminish substantially, and that's between 2 a.m. and 5 in the morning. Most of the activity will be east of the Commonwealth. Now we have troublesome scenes, and I do not remember where this is. I failed to make a note of where this is. I'm thinking this is in Arkansas, but that is one of the confirmed wedge tornadoes that's probably maybe still on the ground now. And if you can see at the base of the tornado, you can see the power flashes that's occurring when the tornado hit a transformer. So that's the thing that's going out west of us. I don't think that we'll have that problem here. Not putting a scare tactic on anything, but we do have a potential for severe weather tonight. A good setup for severe weather, and people should be heads up and know what to do. I've had a lot of people say, well, where can I get a weather radio? Where can I get an app and all of this? Folks, I don't have the graphics on here now, but that was what you were supposed to do 5 or 6 days ago. This is what you were supposed to do last year. And we all know this is the season, and you can't procrastinate. You can't wait to the last minute. I mean, we absolutely can't. And that's caught a lot of people off guard. They're saying, how will I get warnings? I mean, we're going to try our very best to give them to you, but today is not the day of preparation. Looking at what to do if you are in a tornado warning situation, you need to evacuate your mobile home. This is something that a lot of people don't want to do. They think, well, our providers said, we can, the one that sold us our home, we'll survive it. It has anchors. Well, my friends, it's not gonna anchor down because it's just not going to do it. I was in a tornado several years ago and watched it hit a mobile home park, and everything left out like confetti. So your mobile home is not going to be a source of shelter in a tornado. You need to cover your head, protect your body the best you can, go to the lowest floor, and if you don't have a basement, go to a hallway, bathroom, someplace without windows. You need to have multiple ways of getting warnings. This would include apps on your phone. The WEA emergency alerts are part of your telephone. You can go to mobile.weather.gov, and they also have numerous text messages and email servers. Twitter is a good place to go if you will follow Twitter and the National Weather Service in Louisville or Paducah, whatever service that you're from. And then you can get warnings and watches from your friends here at the Storm Alert Weather Center, as well as the friends you may have. So now is the time to try to locate those and have those prepared in the event that a warning is issued. Had a lot of people been asking about the tornado sirens and the outdoor sirens. You've heard it from me. I've talked about it so many times. Do not rely. Do not put any confidence on a tornado siren. It's World War II technology. It's antique technology, in my opinion, and they're undependable. If, we don't blow them very often, and even though they're tested, there's a lot can happen between tests, and they may not function. They may not go off. And if that be the case, then guess what? You're not going to get the warning. But it's not meant to go off inside your home. It's not sounded by the Weather Service. I don't set them off. And it's not intended to wake you up in the event that a warning is issued. It's not intended to be heard inside your home. So let's ditch the tornado siren mentality. I mean, it's going to get somebody hurt or killed because even if you're outside, you may not hear it if the wind's blowing a certain direction. There's just so many variables that would make it not the thing to do. I'm going to touch on this again as part of this broadcast. A lot of things that we don't know. A lot of things we never will know. People ask, is it going to get bad? We don't know. There's a good possibility. What about a certain county? We don't know, but there is a possibility. How bad is it going to get? We don't know. Will we have a tornado? We don't know that. Conditions are favorable for such. And it goes right on down the line. When is it going to hit? Should we go to a shelter? Folks, you need to figure all of this out and realize we don't have those answers. You just need to be prepared in the event that a warning is issued, and be prepared in the event that you are in direct line with those weather events, whether it be a tornado or whether it be a severe thunderstorm. A lot of things, a lot of variables to look at, but at the end of the day, you just need to you should have had all of this stuff figured out before the clouds come. This is very, very important. I'd have to get up and get it, but right outside the door, I have my yellow helmet. In case that we're in a warning situation, I have to go to the cellar, to my storm shelter. I want to have something to protect my head. A bike helmet is a good way to protect your head. People people may think that maybe it's crazy, but I've seen a couple of times I've sought shelter, was in a tornado, and folks, it's not a good thing to be involved in, and we're just trying to be here to warn people and to tell them that today is a high-end severe weather event day. I don't see that we'll have the long track tornadoes that's going on in the west tonight. I don't think we'll have that. The instability will be much less than what it is in the western part of west of us. Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, those places, even up the northern states. We will, let's go up and look at some of those real quickly before we end our coverage. So you can see up in Illinois, we do have up around Jacksonville and Ashland, Illinois. That is just to the west of Springfield. We do have tornado warnings there, a tornado on the ground, and that is another area that we would be watching. And there's also storm warnings in effect for that region as well. So a lot of storms are ongoing now in various parts of the United States, and we're going to try to do our very best to keep people updated and informed as we go into the evening hours, even up to Iowa. We have tornadoes on the ground, and at this very moment at 5:43 this evening, let's see, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 confirmed tornadoes on the ground. This one here north of Memphis. We'll take a look at it and see what it's showing. A tornado emergency, and you can see that hook echo. This is what we look for in the radar. This is the hook, and that is the area of concern. There as it starts to move around Munford. That would be some of the areas that would be affected by that tornado in the western part of Tennessee. So we have a tornado emergency, confirmed tornado there, and numerous severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. So you can see all of those beginning to impact or come close to the eastern part of Missouri into Illinois, and nothing really imminent for western Kentucky as of now. But we do have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, as you can see, tornado warnings as well, and some of them are confirmed tornadoes on the ground, ongoing as we speak. So it's an honor to be able to be part of severe weather coverage here in the Lake Cumberland Green River area. We're going to be throughout the evening, keeping you updated and informed. If there's watches issued soon, we'll tell you about that and guide you right on in through the evening. So Keith Richardson, Storm Anchor, will be joining me late tonight as the storms begin to impact this area. And if they hold together, we'll be here as long as it takes it to keep you updated and informed, hopefully to give you plenty enough time to prepare to take shelter. Don't wait for a warning to be issued. If you feel threatened, go to your safe place. And that's really about all I can tell you. You know, it's not each for their own. We're here for you and we're here to try to make sure that everybody comes out alive and unhurt. I've coined the phrase several years ago. When the storm is past and there's broken glass, twisted timber, and metal laying around us, may all be accounted for and no lives be lost. And that's what we're going to do with this storm and the next one and the next one. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back with an update maybe 8 or 9 o'clock as the storm starts to move closer, or maybe when they start to issue watches closer to home. Thank you all for joining us. Storm Alert Center in the Lake Cumberland